Hi, welcome to Ski Talk. I'm Steve. I'm the ski buyer and ski-EO here at skis.com. And joining us today is Rob Jones. Morning, Rob.
Morning.
How you doing?
Doing well, thanks.
And Rob is our local rep from Tecnica, and he's going to talk to us today about the Tecnica 10.2 90. So why do they call this boot the 10.2, Rob?
10.2 is the last. It's 102 millimeter lasted boot.
So you just take the point out and that tells you, okay. So this boot's kind of a full feature, really good looking 4-buckle boot. One of the cool things, can you tell us about this middle buckle? It's kind of a unique feature that Tecnica has. I see that this little middle buckle here has this little latch that goes up.
Yeah, it's called Quick Step, which by basically lifting up this little buckle catch on it, it's going to allow the front of the boot, when you open it up, take the power strap off, pull this tongue forward, it makes it really easy for your foot to slide in to get on.
And that's one of the problems with 4-buckle boots is getting them on and off. Most people like 4-buckle boots, but getting them on sometimes can be really difficult.
They love the performance, but getting them on and off is a little bit of a bear.
Okay. So let's kind of go through some of the other features. All micro-adjustable buckles, right?
Absolutely.
Side cuff adjustment on it.
Side cuff adjustment on the outside.
So talk about this rebound. So this is not a walk or adjustment feature. It's something else.
Correct.
Right?
The i-Rebound is a metal-on-metal connection, how it hooks the upper to the lower end of the boot to give you the most torsional rigidity that you can, which is going to give you more performance.
And Tecnica's always been kind of known as a skier's boot, so it's just another example of where Tecnica really builds their boots a little beefier than some of the competition does.
Yes, we've always really specialized in paying attention to detail and just the fine finishings on the boot.
So speaking of finishings, can you show us the liner in this boot? It's got a couple of nice little features to it.
Absolute beautiful hand-stitched liner. You look at it all the way around. There's no messy glue or stitch marks on it.
It's all lasted, custom kind of stitched to a person's foot, right?
Absolutely.
And then the toe box on it is kind of neat.
Toe box is fully wrapped in neoprene, which is going to allow the liner to stretch and give a little bit around your foot. One of the biggest problems with ski boots is people typically buy them too big. By having this last, if you have, Morton's toe where your second toe is a little bit longer, you have a little bit of stretch, you get someone with that 6th toe on the outside med pad there, you have a little bit of room for give, and neoprene is a natural insulator. It keeps your feet nice and warm.
Because, most people don't realize, or some people don't realize, that your toes really should be kind of touching the tip of the liner just lightly, and the neoprene kind of makes it a little more comfortable.
Absolutely. If your toes aren't up against the front of the boot when you buy it, it's going to stretch and give, and the boot's going to be way too big.
Right. Now, the upper part of this, a really good looking sort of finish on it for a $2.99 boot. It's got a leather upper.
It's finished absolutely beautiful. I mean, you feel the padding and all the gel in there. It feels absolutely fantastic, but it's a really nicely done leather on it, which is going to allow the main wear zone on the boot to last much longer from multiple times getting your foot in and out. It's going to keep the boot, lasting a lot longer, and it helps, reduce some odor on the boot.
Oh, really? Yeah, you see that on more expensive boots, but not typically at this price.
Absolutely.
Now, is this liner heat moldable?
Yeah, it's designed basically, to break in with a couple days of skiing on it. You get out there.
So the body heat of your foot will allow the liner to sort of mold and cut.
It's going to shape and form to the shape of your foot, just like a good tennis shoe would.
Okay. So let's talk about the width. You told us the width was 102.
It's 102 millimeter last, which is that sport performance medium width or D width last.
So not too tight, but performance oriented, not a bucket boot per se.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then the flex of 90 on it. So that's kind of a softer, not intermediate flex, but kind of on the lower end. This is the softest of this series, correct?
Yes.
So who's this boot ideal for?
It's designed for that intermediate to advanced intermediate level skier, someone that wants to get out there and have fun. It's not skiing, 100 days a year, but might be skiing some blues and blacks with their brothers and buddies in the morning, but getting out there on the green and skiing with their kids in the afternoon. Yeah, getting out there having fun.
And wouldn't you say this would be kind of an ideal boot for that intermediate skier that wants to get better? Because this really has the features of a performance boot.
Absolutely. I put a lot of guys in this boot that I call soccer dads. Guys that skied a ton in college and high school, but had kids and had a family and just starting to get back into it and want to get out there and have fun. They can ski a little bit of everything, but aren't the first ones down the hill.
Perfect. So, I've got half a boot here anyways. Yeah. There you have it. That's the Tecnica 10.2 90. Thanks for joining us, Rob.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us at Ski Talk.